Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to my page. This is La Lobita, and I'll be doing a quick full moon reading and energy report for this upcoming full moon taking place Monday, October 6th in the sign of Aries. So this is a super moon. If you're already feeling the energy, you already know how potent this full moon is, and I'm here to share a couple of ways that we can begin to really work with the energy of this full moon and how to navigate this next month moving forward. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, as I always try to do, but you already know sometimes Spirit has a little bit more that needs to be shared. And so, as always, take this message as it resonates. Leave what doesn't. This is a general message for the collective. So the first card we have in our spread is the Seer card, followed by the Leadership, Fear, and Emotions. And so this feels very much like the common theme that I've been doing for the collective, that I've been sharing with the collective. And so if you're a returning viewer or even a new viewer, when I say collective, they're folks who belong to the soul family, who I have been sharing a lot of messages for. And, you know, a lot of the themes from this year has been that call to leadership, that call to meet this moment with leadership, with courage, and I'm hearing discipline and dedication, right? And so a lot of folks are really knowing what's happening, whether it's in our communities, whether it's in our state, whether it is in our country or across the world, right? There are a lot of things happening right now, and the one common thing is, you know, the one common emotion and energy that's out there is fear. Fear that has been debilitating, fear that has been really getting in the way of your soul's purpose and your own call to leadership. And so, you know, really I want to focus on these two cards, leadership and fear, right? Two of these things cannot exist at the same time, right? You cannot be a good leader if you are driven by fear. However, for many, we are being called to, you know, really work with our fear, understand the root cause of our fear, and do it anyways. For many of us, you know, there might be fear that is actually debilitating and in the way of our opportunity, the next thing that we want to do, the next thing that we want to accomplish. And so Spirit's really working us to really work with our fear. This is a reoccurring message that's been coming in for the collective. But going back to what I was sharing is, right now, the collective is being called back to their power. They are being called back to their soul's purpose. They are being called back to stand up and be the people that they were destined to be, right? And so we'll start off with the Seer card. The Seer card, it represents, yes, the intuition card, but it also represents seeing beyond your current situation. It is being able to see through the illusion of fear, right? To being able to see your call to leadership in whatever that means. And I think a lot of folks, definitely when we say leadership, you think it has to be the person in front of the room. It has to be the person, you know, leading a march or something. No, like leadership looks different in every way. You can be a leader in your family. You can be a leader in your school. You can be a leader just by being a teacher in your classroom and doing what's right, right? Leadership looks many different ways for many different people. And so you're being asked to see where in your life are you being called to leadership, to see where in your life is fear getting in the way of your leadership. to see where in your life emotions and fear are limiting your capacity, limiting your dreams, almost keeping you bound to playing small, right? I'm hearing no more playing small, no more playing small, right? And so definitely use your intuition. Use your intuition. Now is a perfect time to begin a practice of meditation. Now is a perfect time to begin a practice of somatic breathing, right? If you're feeling a lot of the emotions and fears and feel a lot of anxiety and nervousness, right? Breath work might be the way to be. Another thing that you all might want to do is meditate, right? Meditate to work both on your breath, but also create the stillness in your mind so that you can see, so that you can let your intuition seep through and let you know what is the next step we need to take to feel and hear the call of your spirit that is asking, if not begging, for you to come back into your power, to step into your power, to accept the call of leadership that you are being asked. It's not a whether, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And the moment is right. I'm getting chills as I am delivering this message, but we have to get through the fear. You have to meet the fear. You have to meet the origin of this fear, because these fears and these emotions, they are getting in the way of your sight. They are getting in the way of your vision. They are getting in the way of your leadership here. So check in with your emotion. Use this full moon to purge your emotions. Use this full moon to really, if you gotta belt it out, belt it out. If you gotta yell it out, you gotta yell it out. If you gotta cry it out, you gotta cry it out, right? But let the emotions run through, because as soon as you meet the fear with emotion, you purge that emotion, you have clarity, you have sight, you have perspective, and the fear is lessened. That voice of fear is lessened, therefore allowing you to begin and return to your journey and your call to leadership, y'all. That's the message for this full moon. As Aries is a full moon that is an activator. Aries is a let's go, let's do this. And so do not sleep on yourself. Do not sleep on yourself. Do not sleep on yourself. Answer the call of your leadership. Be the leader that your community, your classroom, your family needs at this time. Be the leader that you need. So thank you all so much. Have a great full moon. Please like, subscribe, and follow, and I'll see you next month. Bye, y'all.